Yo, someone just gave $100 and said, yo, thank you, Ulysses. Ulysses. Yo, Sneako, you and, say your name one more time? Iman should come to Vegas. I got access to a $3.5 million studio, and we could do a good pot. But this is how, when you guys start coming into the YouTube space, this is how you advertise. Well, thank you for your 100. Do you guys like think that I care like how much the studio costs? You know, I'm noticing a shift ever since the Tate started doing content creation. That the entrepreneurs, the businessmen are getting into this space, and then they try to network based off stuff like this. Like, I don't care how much a studio costs. I care about like the access. Like this stream is scuffed right now. Like the chairs don't make any sense. It's a shitty mic. You're here drinking, you know what I'm saying? But this is what the chat likes to see.
You got a little Swiss Army knife to the
I got
side.
a little knife, bro. You like he's ratting on my whole set.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest, right? Like I was not expecting your camera to be on like some rackety ass Joby, like the anal bead things. That's like
it does look like an anal bead. Yeah.
It is an anal bead. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Well, yeah. People.
But it works.
It works. This is all you need, bro.
They're here for you, bro.
The camera turns off every 5 minutes. I gotta go change the battery and shit. It's scuffed, but it makes it good. Another $100, bro. Another $100. Chad, if you got questions for Iman, go ahead. You got Iman's SMMA course 2 months ago. Already got my first client at. Can you read this? I don't even understand.
Already got my first client at $2K a month. His course is fire. I wanted to donate. What is that like?
I wanted to donate. To say thanks to both of y'all. Say your name one more time, bro.
British people say Iman. Technically, it's an Arabic name, so it's Iman. So whatever
okay,
you
Iman.
want.
Iman and Sneako, y'all are both my biggest inspirations. Exactly. So I want to follow up the conversation from our last thing. It ended off. I was arguing with the blue pill guy. Someone asked the last question, like, who's your least favorite? Who's a terrible person? I said Hillary Clinton. He said Donald Trump. So you see the ideology. What do you think about people? What's your idea of a bot or a slave?
What, in general, or like
What's your idea of a bot?
I mean, someone who's plugged into mainstream narrative, someone who wakes up, like, it's so weird. Growing up, I used to always be told, you have to watch the news. Well-informed people watch the news. And like, but here's the thing, the same advice our parents gave us, like that actually worked for them. You know, when they were like, all you gotta do is buy a property, all you gotta do is keep money in the bank. You know, our parents were telling us keep money in the bank when they used to give us 12%. You know, our parents were telling us keep money in, well, some of our parents, I don't know if your parents were ever giving me financial advice. Bless my mom, she's a sweetheart, but she was never giving me financial advice. But, you know, our parents were giving us advice to put money in the bank when they used to actually give us 8%, 12%. You know, I mean, depends how old, you know, your parents are. Some of our parents were telling us before Nixon took us off of the gold standard, so money actually had real value. Right. These days, money has no value.
No value at all.
Between fractional banking, the Federal Reserve, you know, it's money's fake.
It's all just numbers on a screen.
It's all just numbers on a screen.
Kyle, shout out for the 100. Love that you won't fold, man. Keep up the strong work. And then another 100. These chats are going crazy. Oh no, it's the same one. So can you explain for the chat people who don't know you, how did you make your first $1 million? And you're 22, right?
Yeah.
You're younger than me. How did you get there? I'm 24 and I'm still, I think I have the same mentality as a lot of people in the chat. And I want people to see it because I have been plugged into the matrix and they're seeing me actively get out of it. And I want to bring people with me. So how did you get your first $1 million and how did you realize that you didn't want to go feed into the mainstream narrative?
So, look, I wish I could say that I was like, you know, it all came from inspiration, but sometimes we're put in difficult situations. I had single mom growing up. So I just basically knew from a young age, all right, either I do something or we're absolutely fucked. And it was just one of those situations, you know, pull out the world's smallest violin and dude, honestly, it was just one of those, right? Like certain situations force you to step up. And I remember I looked at my mom dead in the eyes at like the age of 11, and I was like, if I don't do something, we're fucked. Like I knew that from such a young age. I knew that I had to step up and be the man. So if you know that and you've got that fire inside of you, then you just need to find the right vehicle. And for me, I wish I could say, because a lot of people look at my entrepreneurial journey and they're like, you're a genius and you did this and you played this chess move and this chess move. If you look at the smartest entrepreneurs, honestly, most of the time they had absolutely zero idea what the fuck they were doing. Mm-hmm. They would just put one foot forward and then they're like, this makes sense as a next step and that makes sense. And looking back, they look like geniuses. But at the time, they were just trying to plan their next move. I wish I could say that I was planning, you know, I'm starting my advertising agency, and then from there, I'm starting an e-learning company, and then I'm going to start a software company for all the e-learning customers. Did I just put one foot forward in front of the other?
So what is the first necessary step? My argument, I want to know, you're richer than me. I want to know if you think this is right. basically we were arguing for like 2 hours, and I was saying that the shift in mentality is the most important thing. That you could adopt a mentality in order to become an independent entrepreneur. The way you're saying it, like money's all fake, it's all an illusion. Once you realize that, and you realize that most of what we buy into is a scam, then you can make money properly. Is that the most important step, the mentality?
Well, yeah, I mean, look, most people as a vessel are absolutely fucked, right? The thing is, there's so many people that go on YouTube, and how many fucking people go on YouTube and they're like, I'm gonna be productive. I'm gonna watch 3 hours of self-help videos today, right? And they think they're being productive
because you feel like it, but you're not actually doing anything.
No, they're just circle jerking, right? They're circle jerking, and they're just, they're coming on YouTube to keep themselves preoccupied, to feel like, oh, I'm doing something in my life. You're not doing jack shit. And it's so funny, even on my YouTube, I tell people, unsubscribe to me. Like, I actively tell people, I'm like, look, I am making...
Don't do that, but...
Look, here's what I will say as well. My audience, and so if you follow me on YouTube, I try to sneak in little things, right? I'm not as controversial as you, but if you follow me on Instagram, dude, I don't know, haven't been.
That's why you lost your verification badge. You started talking about the cough.
Yeah, I started talking about the jib jab 2 years ago, and
can't do that.
And lost my blue tick from that.
So why is it like that? Do you think you've met a lot of rich people, right? More than just crypto people, right? That's the illusion from these blue pill people, is that like all the entrepreneurs I know, you made your first million from an advertising agency, correct?
Creative agency, and then it was an advertising agency, yeah.
Okay. Did you go to college?
No.
You dropped out, or you never went?
I dropped out at 17.
Okay. So you're basically, you have the same worldview as me exactly, and this is what we were arguing for 2 hours. I'm saying that most entrepreneurs now, they dropped out of college like you. They know the truth about the jib jab, which is, we don't need to say it, but you have a feeling. They have the same idea about Trump, which most bots, they think Trump is a terrible person, but they can't really name why.
Yeah.
How do you get people to get unplugged from that ideology? How do you think people, because you're agreeing with everything I agree with.
Yeah, but do you watch the news?
No.
Yeah, well, I mean, there you go. That's the first place to start. As I said, like growing up, our parents always told us, you have to watch the news. That's how you stay well informed. It's the complete opposite. If you watch the news, you're sent in such a weird, twisted direction. So that's the first step. I can guarantee you, every single person that voted for Hillary, I can tell you that every single person that is super left and super liberal, I can guarantee that every single one of those fucking people, with pride, says, yeah, I start my day off by watching the news, so that way I can educate myself.
Right.
And I've noticed the left, they have this pride about their intelligence. Like, I openly say I'm not very smart, and that's why I'm where I am, right? What's that bell curve?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Like, I'm so unintelligent that I can just see things for what they are, right? Like, even when it came to the jib jab, everyone was like, the scholars, they're all like...
The science!
The science.
Yeah.
They'll find 17 different pivots and 17 different directions to get you to the point of why it makes sense. Because they think there's a logical explanation for everything. Whereas the first most obvious answer, they never think it could be that, because they're like, oh, that's not an intelligent enough answer. It must be this that's connected to this. And I'm like, no, it's just the thing that's obvious. Right? So that's the other thing I've realized.
Do you know what your IQ is? Did you take an IQ test?
I don't know what it is, but I guarantee it's not very high.
Okay. So what do you think separated you? So you said it started from the drive, looking at your mom and realizing that you had to step up and be the man.
Yeah.
What do you think it is now? Because can you tell me like roughly what your net worth is?
I don't know. I think net worth's like a very like...
Dumb term?
Dumb. Okay, well, I don't have my phone. If I had my phone, I could show you. Do around like $1.5 million a month at the moment.
$1.5 million a month. Okay. How do you sustain that now? And what drives you?
It's leverage. Like it's all leverage.
Leverage meaning power?
Okay, so here's what it is. I remember when I was younger, when I was 17, and my business was really, really taking off. I used to watch videos of like online entrepreneurs, and they would go from meeting to meeting to meeting, and I'm like, you're not a real fucking entrepreneur. Like, all you do is meetings. That, like, you can't be a real business person. Being a business person is sitting down and building systems and breaking down complex parts of your business and finding new solutions and all. But here I am, in 2022, all I do is meetings. Like, all I do is chat with my team because I have leverage. Because once you have enough money, then you can hire the people that are smarter than you.
Outsource the work.
Exactly. So, yeah, that's the biggest thing that I have right now is leverage. And the reason why I keep going is, everyone says that it's a higher purpose and this, that. Like, I don't agree. I'll be honest. For me, I genuinely think it's mental illness.
Really?
Like I don't. Yeah.
You think you're mentally ill?
No, I think it's like, dude, to get to the point where you're 22 years old, I can guarantee you, if someone's 22 years old, they have the options that I have. They could live the fucking craziest life on earth, right? I mean, obviously, as you know, I don't pay taxes well. I live in Dubai.
I did not know about that, Chad.
So
you go to Dubai, he put me on. What the fuck? I didn't know it was Puerto Rico. Anyway.
Yeah, but Puerto Rico's a bit of a shithole to live in.
Yeah, like, it's flooded right now.
Whereas Dubai's lit.
What? Fuck. Wait, where are you from? You from England?
Originally Russia, but I moved to London when I was 4 years old. Okay. So I grew up in London.
Why did you choose Dubai? Just because of the taxes?
No, actually, basically, once you get to a certain point in life, you don't actually need to pay taxes anymore. So the point in which I decided to move to Dubai, it wasn't a crazy amount, like maybe $6 to $8 million liquid. And I decided to move to Dubai for a couple of reasons. Well, first of all, I could have stayed in the UK. Basically, what wealthy people do is they just take loans out they just take a loan, and a loan is tax-free. So when you take a loan out, you don't need to pay tax on it, and you just use your assets as collateral. And as long as your assets increase more than loan, then you never have to pay tax. And that's basically how the wealthy people do it. So I was actually in Cape Town right at the beginning of 2022, and the UK was just like, the UK was just so fucked. It was, I remember they were telling people, if you leave your city, you'll get arrested and all this stuff. And I mean, they were telling people this on the news. Another reason why you should never fucking watch the news. And while this all was happening, I literally flew out the next day. So I don't know. I just looked at it and I'm like, okay, where is the money going? The money is going to fund wars in the Middle East to bring peace to the Middle East, which has absolutely zero to fucking do with bringing peace. It's going to that. It's going to spending $1 billion or £2 billion on the NHS track and trace app, right? So that way they know everywhere you're going, and if you come into contact with someone with whatever the virus.
You're right.
So I just looked at it. I was just kind of disgusted by it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm done. So then I started looking at other options. Obviously, if I'm making the move and I'm making such a big life decision to move, then it's going to be somewhere that's low or almost zero tax. So I started looking at Italy with my tax advisors. Italy's got like $100K a year, so it doesn't matter if you make whatever $500K or $100 million a year. You just pay $100K flat tax. So they have that for expats.
Didn't know that. Free game, Chad.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool countries. But then I thought about it. I'm like, do I really want to be in Italy 6 months a year? So Dubai is just the easiest option. And the best part about Dubai is, I don't think anyone really lives in Dubai. You just kind of keep your clothes there. Dubai, you can...
Are you like that?
Yeah. You can be in Dubai like 3-4 months a year.
That's all you need to pay 0% tax?
Yeah. But as long as you're not anywhere else, like for example, like I can be in the UK 90 days a year until they start, looking at it and like, okay, you're a UK tax resident. So I spend maybe 40 days of the year in London, and then I can be here 2 months, no issues. I can be in Cape Town, where I have a house. I can be in wherever, Bali, this place, that place. So yeah, Dubai's elite.
You're really doing it, man. And this is where it confused me, and I've been thinking about this a lot. You were on Jordan Welch's channel, and you said that you were at your happiest when you were making like 10 to 30K a month. But now you got a house in Cape Town, you out in Bali, you went all these fucking multi-millionaire places like Dubai, places that like half these people in the chat don't even know where Cape Town is. Why do you think that you were happier at 10K a month?
Because everything is new and it's exciting, right? Like a lot of people, the stupidest shit I ever hear is, they say money can't buy happiness, but I'd rather cry in a Lambo than a Toyota.
Right.
And it's like, no, because the thing is, if you're crying in a Toyota, it's because you think
the Lambo.
It's because I'm not in a Lambo. Whereas if you're crying in a Lambo, it's because you're fundamentally unhappy with your life. You look at your life and you're not content. You're not living the life you want to live. And that is the lowest point in your life. Now, I love the life I live, right? I mean, my businesses are very, very boring. I've got a software company
why are they boring?
I mean, they're practical. That's why. They're practical, right? And practical works. And I think everyone wants their business to give them the rock star life, when instead I think you should do what's practical, and then from your practical business, you live a rock star life. Like I live a really fucking good life, but it's from really boring businesses.
Right.
From my software business, from my e-learning company, like these are really boring businesses.
Not fun to talk about.
They're not very exciting, right? If I talk to you guys about churn rate, lifetime value, MR, like You're gonna lose half your fucking audience.
Yeah, I was surprised. You were saying like this. We were watching the video. Your 17 side hustles. All of them were like YouTube, TikTok, editing, content creation stuff.
Yeah.
Why are you encouraging that instead of going into software or marketing?
Because dude, software is tough, right? I've had.
And how did you learn how to do that if you're calling yourself dumb and low IQ?
So I partnered up, and by the way, I hate business partners. I think business partners are the stupidest thing on earth.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
Jordan's my business partner.
But unless the other person really, really, really has a supplementary skill that you don't know.
Okay.
Right? So you guys are a perfect partnership.
Okay.
Right? Like you guys are a perfect, whatever. You guys work perfectly together. Pierre, who's my business partner, he is actually the husband of one of my old agency clients. So basically my agency client, her husband, Pierre, and then we start a software company together. He knows all the software stack. He runs the entire software team. Basically, I bring all the customers. So it's a good, perfect union. So, but it's a tough business. Like it's really, really, really tough. And I had opportunities to start software companies back in 2018, 2019. I always said no because I knew my skill level as an entrepreneur. And back in 2018, 2019, I wasn't ready. Like there's certain businesses that are really, 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 really tough. And, I think it's funny. One of my favorite things, because I'm very realistic. So one of my favorite things is I have friends of mine who make, similar to me, they make $10, $15 million a year. And they tell me, oh, I'm going to start a $1 billion company by the time I'm 30. And, and they're 20, 25, 26. And I'm like, no, you won't. Because the businesses you started right now is a 6 out of 10 skill level. And the business you want to start that unicorn $1 billion company is a 10 out of 10. Mm-hmm. And I know as an entrepreneur, I'm not a 10 out of 10. I have a long, long way to go. But software was like, I started reaching that point recently. And that's really where the main money is. I mean, every month that the company runs, we're adding an extra $3 million to the value. Because the multiples on software is wild.
How do you live a rockstar lifestyle and also have a boring job? How does that offset? I want to hear more about like the behind the scenes stuff. You don't really do lifestyle content, right?
No.
You said that you wanted to do a chat. Let me type a W out if it's a good idea. So yesterday at dinner, he said that he wants to go to Cape Town at his house. And can you explain that? You want to bring...
I got a house in Cape Town. It's fucking like 12,000 square feet, 4 floors.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
It's like 4 floors. I've got my chef Kelly, security, personal trainer that comes over, like a full like massive CrossFit gym, like probably fucking like 4 times the size of this room. Super sick. Anyways,
life flex.
So
cool.
Anyways, I was thinking about kind of like basically like Avengers Assemble, right?
Right.
So like maybe you, me, Jordan, a couple other guys, 5, 6 different guys. I'll fly.
You said Hamza, right?
Hamza.
Yo, Hamza, you want to slide through?
Yeah, Hamza. Does your audience like Hamza?
We had beef, but he came back on the stream. I think we cool now.
So
yeah. I like his message.
Yeah, basically I'm thinking about bringing all you guys out, flying all you guys out, and we can just kick it for like 4 or 5 days, maybe stream every day.
What about Jadion? Jadion was in the chat. Do you know him?
I think I've seen him. You guys have streamed together. Yeah. Look, anyone. Look, we'll get like the best 6 people. I'll fly you guys all out. We'll fucking kick it for like 4 or 5 days. Hang out, go on some hikes in the morning, hang out by the beach. You go to some vineyards, all the fun stuff in Cape Town. Hit some clubs, and then do some streams.
I'm with it.
Yeah, so I thought that might be fun. I don't think that's ever happened before, where like a bunch of people like properly.
I'm kind of doing that tomorrow. I'm going to Romania with the Tates and Fresh and Fit, so it's similar.
That'd be sick then.
Yeah. What you were talking in Jordan Welch's video a lot about how. Can you tell my chat about how to become an entrepreneur you need to treat yourself like a corporation, like a business, saying that the life you live. I'm phrasing it poorly, but the life you live outside of in your personal life reflects your business life. Mm-hmm. Can you explain that? That really clicked with me, and I've never heard somebody explain it like that.
So I mean, look, most people want to start. The issue is you've got tens of thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people looking at the same information online, and then one person continues to live in their mom's fucking basement for the next 5 to 10 years. The other person goes on to be a multimillionaire. They looked at the exact same information. Why is that? Well, the person who lives in their mom's basement convinced themselves, and fuck, I know there's going to be a lot of L's in this chat from this.
No, go ahead.
they convince themselves, no, I'm telling you, like, weed makes me productive, like, it makes me creative.
No,
like,
my chat is very anti-drug. You'd be surprised. Like, even though we got weed smokers, we still know that drugs are gonna hinder. Look, bro, we agree. Continue.
Yeah, they're like, no, you don't understand. Like, weed makes me creative, blah blah, all this stuff, like all this fucking coping mechanisms. And as I said, one person they have the exact same fucking information, except one person runs with it and the other person doesn't. And as I said, it's because one person is at. I mean, I don't know what your opinion on this is. There's one person who's subscribed to 7 different OnlyFans, is, choking the chicken 6 times a day, thinks that's healthy. Oh, no, it's good. You got to clean the pipes. You got to... No.
We agree.
No. Right.
They were asking to talk about no FAP and semen retention. We are very against OnlyFans. We're telling everybody to stop watching prawn. It's bad for you. It's probably one of the worst things for young men. A lot of young men don't even talk to girls because they can just go watch prawn. Yeah. They don't even know how to interact with a girl because it's so easy to just go online.
It makes you feel like you've won. That's the issue. It's the hard wiring is, okay, you have done your mission. You've completed your mission. You've done your job. No, you fucking haven't. You still live at home with your mom. You're subscribed to some OnlyFans, and you've accomplished quite literally nothing.
What about psychedelics though? Some people are talking about shrooms and stuff like that. Psychedelics have really helped me to fix my mindset.
Dude, I did LSD for the first time when I was 15. So
yeah, me too.
Really?
Nah, I did shrooms at 16, LSD 17.
All right, so we're pretty similar, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a big advocate for psychedelics. I don't think I've done it in a year. Sometimes there'll be periods where I don't do it for like a year. 2
Same.
years.
I haven't done it in a while. I just don't feel the need to right now.
Exactly. I think the thing is with psychedelics is if you'll know when it calls to you.
Right.
You'll know when the right time is. Have you ever done ayahuasca?
A little bit, but not much. I just saw shapes and stuff. I want to try it.
Yeah.
This shaman offered me to go out of Costa Rica and do it, but I didn't. I've been too focused on this. I'm afraid that I'm gonna like completely shift my mindset and stop the hustle right now. I've been so hustling, and I don't want to switch that up right now. I'm afraid of a psychedelic trip right now.
Yeah. Look, I think when you are on your mission, you know what you need to do, then
stay on that.
Yeah, there's no point. That's one of the reasons I haven't done psychedelics in a while, because it's like when you know what you need to do, there's no point having anything that might even interfere with that.
Damn. So what do we disagree on? Because like right now, chat, this is a great way to follow up from the last debate, because this guy's way richer than me, and pretty much everything that I talk about aligns with.
All right, well, give me some of your most controversial takes.
I think you agree with everything. You were talking about having your MAGA hat. I think that the government is completely against us. Most people are brainwashed. They lied about the cough. They lied. But I don't want to get into it because I got some strikes on my stuff. I believe in. I think like there's a lot of stuff I can't talk about.
They lied about the cough. They lied about some certain towers.
Yes.
Bro, I remember when I was 9 years old. I was fucking 9 years old.
Watching those, and I used to say that shit in class. Everyone made fun of me.
Bro, I was looking at that shit, and I'm like, yeah, some hillbillies in Afghanistan definitely took down those buildings. Yeah, and by the way, and they were talking about the Pentagon as well. Oh, except there happened to be no fucking footage, except for the footage they released like 9 years later in 6 frames per second. Yeah.
Okay, we agree on everything. What about the moon landing?
Fake, bro. Fucking fake as fuck.
Okay.
Bro, the other day I put on my story, because I'm like, that's the thing. A lot of you guys, if you watch my YouTube, it's because of my YouTube, like, this year I decided, okay, I'm actually going to fucking grow on YouTube. I've been uploading on YouTube since 2015, when I was like 15 years old. That's the crazy thing with my story is you can watch back to me being 15 years old.
Me too. I've been on YouTube since I was 14. You can see I don't delete any of the videos. I keep them all up. Same shit with you?
Yeah, I've seen your shit.
Okay, cool.
But it's crazy because you can see me from the beginning of like, hey, I'm going to start a business, all the way to signing my first client, being in the office of my first client. So
you see yourself grow on the channel.
Bro, it's
a beautiful thing.
It's insane.
And that's why you got to keep your channel up and also post all your stuff on Rumble. You can link your channels on Rumble and then like copy and paste it.
Yeah,
so if they ever do delete it. No, it's really easy. You don't post.
I mean, I have some stuff on Odyssey because I uploaded a podcast, a 2-hour-long podcast in July of 2020 and then July of 2021 on the cough, and they gave me channel strikes both times. Yeah. So I had to put it on Odyssey. I don't know if you've ever seen Odyssey. It's like one of those decentralized platforms.
Probably kind of like, well, I'll check it out.
Yeah, similar to Rumble.
I support any like non-traditional, anything that's against big tech. What about the heating of the globe?
Fake. Bro, look, bro. Do you not notice they changed it from? I don't know if I can say. Look, they changed it from warming to change. Mm-hmm. Because it's not actually getting warmer, but it's changing.
And of course, it's always
changing.
Yep. There you go. Okay, so we agree on everything.
But here's the issue. People will say, when you say, "Oh, change is fake," right? sea change is fake. They're like, you don't care about the planet. I'm like, no, we are fucking up the oceans. Pollution is true, right? Like, we're actually ruining the oceans. Of course, all this plastic has to fucking end up somewhere. We are ruining the oceans, but the Earth's not getting warmer. That's a fucking fallacy.
You know, well, in Minecraft, actually, I think he's just joking right now.
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft.
The game.
In the game, that's where it's not heating up. But actually, global warming is real.
That's true.
And the climate is changing. Climate change is bad. Recycle. Is recycling a scam?
No, reuse, reduce, recycle.
And I'll feel like a good person.
Yeah.
That's what we really think. Jennifer says, thank you for the 10. Really appreciate the beautiful cinematic feature that he made with Nabil. Absolutely incredible. That's all. What's that?
I think this guy called Nabil, shout out Nabil. Really sick videographer. Back in Bali, we did some stuff like 3-4 years ago.
Oh, dope. I'll check that out. I want to watch your videos now. We were just watching your motivational stuff.
So that's the thing I was saying. The issue is if you look at my YouTube, because right now I'm just playing into the algorithms. I think, I was telling you yesterday, I think we've grown like 105K in the last 30 days. Like we're on a tear at the moment.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
But I'm placating to the algorithm. So even my last video, I'll try to do a mass market topic and then still sneak in, some of the identity change stuff and how fucked up that is. And
be careful though. Trust me.
I know. But the thing where I really have like my real voice and my real opinion is on Instagram. That's why I'm fucking shocked.
For now.
My Insta hasn't been taken down. I feel as though like your Insta, you don't really post that much. Whereas your YouTube is where you post a really like...
Yeah, I stream all the time.
Yeah, divisive stuff. Whereas for me, it's the opposite. YouTube is where I post my more vanilla stuff.
And then Instagram is
and
where
Insta is where I...
I see what you're saying. So what do you think we disagree? I want to find something to... I'm a debater. I get on here and argue with people.
Open relationships.
We already talked about this. We have the same
same opinions.
Closed for you.
About,
I know, closed for her, open for you.
Okay, and
that's how it's supposed to be.
All right, what about if you're married?
I would never get married. Fuck marriage, right?
Okay.
Marriage is a scam. Like, why would you need to get your love involved with the government?
Okay, but you'd have a life partner.
Of course. I have a wife, but I don't need a government to tell me who my wife is. I can make my own wife.
How many kids do you want?
4.
Why 4?
I want an oldest son, twins in the middle, and then another one.
Okay.
So that there's 4. I don't know. How many you want?
Maybe 2.
Just 2?
Yeah, I think 2.
Okay.
Like, bro, fuck it. Like, it's so much... I don't know. Either two or I go Genghis Khan.
Yeah, that sounds fun too.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work though. Elon Musk has like how many kids now? And how many baby moms?
9 or something?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Why is it that I see a familiar pattern. I didn't like how Destiny was on the debate saying that like all the entrepreneurs that I know are just crypto guys. You've made your money through software.
I mean, I made some money with crypto, but the thing is, the issue is with a lot of crypto guys is they let it get to their head. I made, in terms of like actually cashing out, profiting from right at the end of 2020 to right at the beginning of 2022, I made maybe $7-8 million from crypto in terms of like actual profits that I took. But I always said I got lucky with that, like right time, right place.
Right.
The issue is a lot of crypto guys think like, oh,
they're really massive.
I'm a savant and I'm a genius, and like the issue is with a lot of crypto guys, and I get a lot of them in Dubai. The issue is, in times like this, they're budgeting, like they're budgeting, they're scared. And the really, really, really rich guys, they don't make their money from crypto. They make their money from the
oil.
Affiliate links in the description, like whatever. I won't say any names.
Whoa! Put me on a game. What is it?
Okay, so look, I won't say any names. I won't expose any people,
okay.
but I have a lot of friends. Well, I say friends, they're not really friends. I have a lot of people I know. Mm-hmm. I have a lot of people I know, and they don't make their money from crypto. In fact, the crypto accounts that they're trading on, or doing their daily trades, that's not even their money. The crypto exchanges give them $1 million just for funny money, right? And then they do trades on there, and then they make all their money from the affiliate because. Basically, they get commissions on the affiliate in the description. So that's the thing is, some of these guys are. I mean, it's fucking psychotic. It's insane. I don't know how they live with themselves, but they're telling people, oh, use 5x leverage, use 3x leverage, use my.
So they're making money scamming off of other people trying to get into crypto.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so okay. So you could be a bot with crypto too. Look, we're not saying that you're gonna get rich quick through crypto. You're saying that getting rich is hard work.
Right? Yeah, of course.
Okay.
No, getting rich is hard work. Staying rich is even harder work.
Okay.
That's really where people fuck up, right? Like I had one of my friends
at L-Stream.
No.
You're good. You had one of your friends at what?
Yeah, I was talking to one of my friends earlier, and he was telling me, this is one of my best friends, and we were just kind of talking about, you know, how things are going work-wise, businesses, you know, social media, stuff like that. And he was like, dude, you're fucking killing the game right now. And I'm like, that does not matter. What matters is where I am in 3 years. Because I've seen it time and time again. People come up and they fizzle out, and that doesn't matter. It's staying on top. Right?
Not falling off.
Yeah, it's not falling off.
You believe in God, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We agree on everything. And Ulysses, people are vouching for you on your podcast. Maybe I'll pull up. Where do you say this podcast was at?
I think Vegas? He said at Vegas.
He said, what's your favorite cigar? And then also somebody asked if you like Miami.
Okay, so we'll start off with favorite cigar. I'd say probably Romeo and Julieta Anejado Piramides or a Cohiba Behike.
Damn, you came in with facts.
One of those two. I like
like
my cigars.
And he smokes. Okay. Well, I'm trying to figure out what we're doing.
But the thing is,
drink sparkling water, right?
I grew up in London, so like it's just
okay.
I don't know, like it's just kind of more normal there. Like in London you have some elite cigar lounges. Plus, one of the best things about living in Dubai, this is probably another thing you don't know, is
all right.
In Dubai you can smoke inside.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so like
cigarettes too?
Yeah. So that's the best thing. Like you'll have your dinner, you finish your dinner, and then you smoke a cigar.
Inside the restaurant.
Inside the restaurant.
I'm trying to go. Do you think now that they're gonna get mad about the whole Muslim thing? About when I was dancing to when I was being disrespectful to the Quran.
Well, I saw you went on 3 Muslims podcast.
I did the Good Redemption.
They've been trying to get me on.
Yeah, they're going up right now. They really are on an upward spiral.
And I mean, I don't know. Because here's the thing, right? Like, I think you're very similar to me in the sense that, like, I will make fun of everyone, right? Like, there's no one that I'm not going to make fun of, or, like, and I think that's just kind of in your personality. Like, you don't mean any ill intention by it. You just...
I like to make fun of everything.
Yeah, you can kind of poke at different archetypes, and that's just your personality, and it's nothing...
So I'm good. I'm not going to get...
in Dubai?
Yeah.
Nah, bro. If you come to Dubai, like, trust me, if you come to Dubai with me, you're fine.
Yo, thank you, CK. Iman is the man. He's software company. Agency Flow is fire. I don't know anything about...
that's my software company.
Well, I don't... Yeah, I wish I could tell you more.
It's very boring.
Ryan Walker says, gentlemen, thank you. You inspire us all. Thank you, Ryan. That's what we're trying to do. Nobility. Yo, Iman, what's your opinion on building money through the day trading stock options with long-term investing on the side? Thanks, Nobility. I see you all the time here.
Yeah, I mean, main issue with that is everyone wants to look at the upside, but no one looks at the downside. And this is one of my favorite things. Like I'm so realistic with things, and that's probably been one of the reasons why I've been so successful. Like, you know, a lot of people in my position that have made $30 million by the age of 22, they'd be like, I'm gonna be a billionaire by the time I know I'm not gonna be a billionaire. I don't have the skills, I don't have the ability, and quite frankly, I don't want to commit the fucking time or effort. Right? Like, some people are so unrealistic with their goals. It sounds horrible, but it's just the case. So I always look at not only the upside, but I look at the downside. And the issue is a lot of people that get into trading and stuff like that, they're only looking at the upside. Okay, yeah, let's say you start off with $3,000 and you make you do a 4x. Now you have $12,000. Okay, what if you lose 80%? You literally lost all your fucking money, right? And people don't look at the downside with this stuff. This is why, when I tell people to start businesses, even on YouTube, my main focus is what businesses can you start where if you don't succeed for 6 to 12 months, you haven't spent more than your monthly Uber Eats order, right? You've maybe lost $50 to $100 a month in maintenance to actually try to get the business off the ground, right? Like, let's say if someone gets into creativity kit, what's your expense? Well, $49 a month. Let's say you don't get success with it for 90 days. Okay, cool. You spent $150 fucking dollars. You probably, most people in here probably spend more than on fucking Chipotle. Right. Whereas if you try to start investing in crypto signals and forex signals and all this shit,
the risk is much higher.
Yeah, the risk is much, much higher.
Right. Which is why I hate when people are saying, like, I was just on a debate, the guy was saying, go to college. The risk is 100. You can go into incredible debt. The risk of joining the creativity kit or learning online, 150.
Yeah, but the issue is, like, student loans, like, they think, even just with fucking Sleepy Joe, Sleepy Joe talking
wrong.
Even with Sleepy Joe talking about pardoning the student loans and all this stupid shit, right? Like, I think it implants in people's mind, like, they don't realize it's real. Like, I think if people saw on a table a stack of cash, they literally saw I mean, what is it, like $100,000, $150,000, $200,000? If they saw a stack of cash of $200,000 for their stupid fucking liberal arts degree, they would be like, oh fuck, like I actually have to earn this and pay this back. And by the way, I have to earn it, pay tax on it, and then pay it back. Mm-hmm. So I think if people actually realized, they would be like, oh fuck no, this is stupid. But the thing is, it's just student loans. I think people like in their mind literally think it's just like
it's not real.
It's not real. Like, because I'll never actually have to pay money.
It's just numbers on a screen. Yeah. Yeah, but for some reason, I every day they call the creativity kit a scam when it's like, okay, we're adding actual value. You have 3 calls a week. You get a network with people.
Dude, for me, anything that's $49 is like, how are you gonna call it a scam? It's $49.
I think people just what I've realized doing this stream is that you probably agree. So people would so adamantly defend the matrix and defend the system that they're in rather than trying to improve. So when someone's saying this is the way to get out, instead of trying to apply themselves, they just try to call you a scammer, a liar, grifter, or fake. But this is just based off of my experience. And this is a guy that's like probably 20 times my net worth, agreeing with me on every single thing I'm saying. And not just a guy who got lucky on crypto, a guy who put in the work. Iman, what do you?
I did get lucky on crypto.
You got lucky on crypto,
but I also. But
that's not how you got your. Yeah, that's not how your most of your net worth is from your software company and your boring businesses, as you say.
Yeah, e-learning, advertising agency. There we go.
Not just a bunch of internet scams. Iman, what are your thoughts on the MRR and subscription business model? Also, are you scared of wearing Richard Mille in the U.S. or Crown Rising? Yeah, what watch you got? That's a Richard Mille?
Yep. $500,000.
Yo, thanks, bro. Yo, Chad, I got a new watch, man. You can take this little dumb shit. I don't even want this.
Well, I love the Santos.
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of this.
Thoughts on MRR and subscription business models? It depends what it is. Usually, if you're talking about MRR, you're either talking about SaaS or sometimes you're talking about e-com businesses, like for example, supplement companies where there's a monthly recurring aspect to it. In terms of scared wearing a Richard Mille in the U.S. where crime is rising. You'll notice today, I mean, I've got RM, I've got $100,000 on my other wrist, but that's
what?
Yeah, a couple Cartiers, Van Cleef.
Slight flex.
So yeah, none of that. No aftermarket bullshit. Factory. So yeah, but best part, you can just do that, right? That's why I wore a long sleeve.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. So in London now it's gone to a point where I literally have security because it's so fucking
everywhere
insane.
You go?
Yeah. In London, everywhere I go. Dubai,
everyone says that about London. I've been in London for the past 3 years, and
It just watches. Like, don't fucking wear that in London. Do not wear that in London, right? So
what are they gonna do? Fucking machete me?
Yeah, literally.
No, run away,
huh?
Run away, bro. Okay, you can run away from a knife.
Bro, you're not gonna run away because here's what's gonna happen. There's gonna be 2 guys that come on a moped, fully masked up. They're both gonna have machetes, and what? You're gonna risk running, bro? Oi, bruv, give me your fucking watch, bruv. Yeah, that type of shit. So yeah, look, in here, whatever. I was at dinner. I was at a nice dinner, so I was like, fuck it, I'll wear a nice watch. But in general, I'm going to Mexico. I'm taking some of my team to Mexico. It's one of my employees' wedding in Mexico. Don't wear a watch. Obviously, in fucking London, I wear no watch, or sometimes I wear like an old vintage Speedmaster, like 1972 Speedmaster. Like it was like $5,000. If they want it, they can take it. I'm not bothered. But in London, yeah, don't wear a watch.
So why do you keep going back to London if everyone keeps saying that? Tristan was just saying that. Oh, so that's why you go back?
Yeah, I grew up in London. Look, I will say also people, because I saw what Tristan and Fresh and Fit said about London. I think Tristan understands London a little better because he spent more time there. Like London's got a lot of fucking attractive girls.
It does. Oh, yeah, in the secret rooms or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, like the thing is...
The membership. You be in those fucking secret places, right? Yeah. How the fuck... Oh, god damn. Yeah, when you walk around with those girls with the painted on eyebrows. Oi!
No.
Let's take the challenge.
Yeah, if you walk down the street, like... here's some slang. Butters. That's what we call ugly girls.
Butters?
She's Butters. Yeah.
She's Butters?
Not a painting.
She's not a painting. She's Butters.
Yeah. So yeah, bro. London, like if you walk down the street or you walk in fucking... a mall or something, like the girls are proper dead ting.
Proper dead ting.
Whereas, like, if you're plugged into London, you know the right people, you got a good circle there. Like, London has the most attractive girls in all of Europe. I'd say probably London has the most attractive girls. Here's the thing. So Dubai has super attractive girls, but also, I guess a little bit more like Miami girls, like a little bit more fake, lips, tits, all that stuff. So I'd say probably, but the thing is in Dubai, you will not find a obese girl. Like you will not find in Dubai, you don't find fat girls.
Nice.
Like fat doesn't exist. Like seriously, like fat girls in Dubai,
they're not allowed.
That's not a thing.
They get kicked out of the airport.
Bro, I've never seen it. Yeah. Right? So
Miami too is hard to find.
I don't know.
I mean, compared to the rest of America.
Bro,
compared to the rest of America.
I don't know, bro. I was at fucking Komodo. I saw a couple whales, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, I saw a couple roly-polies. So, yeah.
Tell me some rich people shit. Like, Dubai is a place where all these multimillionaires, like, and you talk about these secret clubs and stuff like that in London. Mm-hmm. What is it like in there? What do a lot of normies like me not understand about these rich people clubs?
I don't know. What do you want to know? Like, look. So in Dubai, in London, it's a big culture. Dubai, not as much, but you meet some really good people in these private members clubs. You know, private members clubs, you have to have like a proposer and a seconder that basically vouch for you. Then you can join it. They do like they bring it up with their committee, and then they decide whether they let you in. And the thing is, it's also a good thing because once you have memberships of these places, like every fucking girl wants to go take a photo in the bathroom, because all the girls know, oh fuck, that's the bathroom at Annabelle's, or that's the bathroom at Arts Club, or that's the bathroom at these places. So it's a very sort of bougie thing. It's like London is a little similar to New York in that sense.
Yeah,
like
that's why I liked it.
It can be quite bougie.
Do you recommend that for other people? Is that something that other people should try to attain? No. It doesn't matter. It's just a bunch of weird shit.
Yeah.
What's some weird shit in Dubai? I've heard that they be pooping on the girls there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. You want me to lie? Like,
yes. Yeah, sure.
But I feel that that's like everywhere.
Bro, Miami don't be pooping on the girls. Not from what I heard. Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. So yeah, look. There's a lot of stories, right? But there's a lot of stories. But look, at the end of the day, for me, I think Dubai is to live. It's the best place on earth because there's so much to be said about your safety. Like as I said, for me, it's dude, even just a fucking expense. Every time I go to London, I have to spend anywhere from $1,000 to £1,500 a month for my chauffeur and my security. Like that's already an expense. $1,000 to $1,500 a day, just so I feel safe.
Yeah.
Whereas, dude, in Dubai, I walk around with a fucking $500,000 watch, and dude, I can leave a $500,000 watch on the day bed at a beach club when I go in the water because I don't want to go in with my watch.
Right.
I come back, I have no doubts that it's gonna.
There's no brokies in Dubai.
No, there's a lot of brokies.
Really? Oh, there's just staff.
There's a lot of brokies, but obviously they have their passports. I mean, this sounds terrible, but like the thing is in Dubai, I know this sounds terrible, but in Dubai, like if someone works for you, if someone works for you, you take away their passport. But you basically have to tell the government, okay, this person works for me, they're under my care now, and yeah.
Wow, and that works?
Yeah. There's no crime in Dubai. It doesn't okay, look, sometimes you get some fucking idiot British people that come and...
Fucking British people.
Yeah, British people. I mean, look, I hold a British passport, but yeah, British people are fucking the worst sometimes, man.
Do you think how rich do you need to be to go there? Like,
what,
am I going to go broke in a day?
What, to live there or go there?
If I want to go there for a week and just like get a sense of the vibe, poop on a bitch, and then come back. Quick little poop, come back. I mean, look, if you, I don't know. Look, the issue is my like perception of things are warped. Like for me, I don't know. Look, if you go there, yeah, he doesn't know, bro. He's too rich to even.
I don't look. Yeah. If you go there, like let's say $10,000 for the week, you'll have a fun time.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, like you don't need to be spending like $100K.
All right, bet.
For the week, like $10K, you'll have a good time.
Iman, what are your thoughts on college and partying in your early 20s? What would you say to those grinding in the early years who feel like they're missing out on the college partying experience?
Look, you're not missing out on anything because, quite frankly, and this is actually something I'm super
You can figure it out in a week. It's not that complicated.
Yeah, and no, I mean, on the missing out part of it, like, I'm even cognizant of it being 22. Like, I mean, you're 24, I'm 22. And I even have a lot of fucking friends of mine, they will not touch. I have female friends. Maybe that's something we disagree on. Female friends.
You have female friends?
Yeah.
That's some European shit.
Yeah. Okay. You see, this is the guys.
There we go. Finally.
Okay. There we go. Because look, the guys I know who have the most girls, they all have female friends because their female friends are soldiers. I have female friends of mine. When I go back to London, if I'm fucking tired, I can't be bothered to, if I'm going back to London, it's first night. I don't want to rally up 15 girls, rally up the troops. I'm just fucking tired. I tell my female friends, I'm like, I'm coming. They're like, okay, cool. We're meeting here. We've got a private room for 20 people.
Have you fucked them before?
Yeah, of course.
That's not a female friend.
No, that's the truest friend. You know why?
Okay, I agree.
That's the truest friend. No, every single one of my female friends I've slept with. But that's why we're friends.
Most of them. Like, I think to be a female friend, you need to just fuck once to just get it out the way.
Exactly.
So you did it.
No, that's why we're friends. It's the truest friendship because, dude, I have female friends of mine where we sleep in bed together. And
you've never fucked?
No, of course we have.
Okay,
No, we've slept together, so there's not that like, dude, I have female friends of mine. I come back to London. I come to the hotel room. They're there. I mean, it's either my assistant or my female friends. They're there. They unpack my bags. They hang my shit for me. You know, if I'm leaving, I get my female friends. They come to my hotel room. They pack my stuff for me. I'm not gonna fucking pack my own bags.
Okay, so we agree, but it's just the terminology is different. But you consider them friends. I'm just like that's just a bitch I know.
I don't agree. Because I'll wingman them. I'll set them up with other guys. It's mutually beneficial. Dude, there's nothing on earth. And as I said, look, dude, I've seen it all. I've seen all the pickup guys. I've seen all the manosphere guys. The guys who get the most successful women all have female soldiers.
Soldiers. Soldiers and friends are different terminology because my friends, I've never fucked. I wouldn't consider like.
For me, I don't agree with that.
I agree with you. I see what you're saying. We're
the truest friends because we've slept together.
Because there's no sexual tension. It's not a fake relationship because you already got it out the way. I do agree on that. Chad, you're saying LD Gen. I don't understand how that's degenerate.
It's fun.
It's a good point. Dude, we don't disagree.
Dude, here's the thing. As I said, I knew it would be L's because I said the people playing at like out of 10, the people playing at like a 4 or 5 level of abundance with women, they're like, no, you can't be friends with a girl.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so I have female friends that are super attractive. I can go out with my female friends. I can go out with 3 female friends, a couple guys I'm networking with. They're my fucking soldiers. They pick up other girls. And you fucking idiots are the guys who think it's smart to go to the club. You're the fucking idiots who think it's smart to go to live and split a table 5 guys, 5 dudes, do some champagne showers thinking you're gonna get fucking girl. Like,
it's disgusting.
Look, it's just a different level, and it's that I've always seen it at like the lowest level.
Chad, he's right.
I can tell you right now, I can tell you right now, the guys at the highest level, they have a lot of female friends, and they have friends, as I said, who are their soldiers. I agree.
Okay, but do you have like a female friend that you would consider on the same level as your male friends, though?
No.
Okay, that's
no.
So
and by the way, you only get that level of loyalty. Like you only get that level of loyalty once you slept with them.
Yep. Yeah. So friends with benefits, you could say.
No, because we don't sleep together.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
But you have. Okay.
Because here's the thing: we've slept together. There's no chemistry there. So like, I don't know. Look, some guys like are fucking dirty dogs, and they'll just sleep with anyone for like. I'm not like that. For me,
you need a connection and all that bullshit.
I don't even need a connection, bro. Like, of course I need a connection, but if someone's bad in bed, like if you can sleep with anyone you want, are you gonna go back to bed with someone who just there's nothing? Like I always say, like having sex with someone, it's like it doesn't necessarily mean they're bad in bed. In the same way, like let's say you do ballroom dancing and I do salsa, and you're a great ballroom dancer and I'm a great salsa dancer, and we dance together, and we're not a fucking match. It doesn't mean you're a bad dancer, I'm a bad dancer.
There's no connection.
We don't know how to dance together.
Right.
So
there you go. Iman, I'm working on a digital marketing agency, mainly focused on copywriting and content management. What advice could you give to find high quality prospects? What strategies do you find best? Yeah, how do you network with the top level people? How do you find big clients?
Well, look, once you finding big clients is all about finding small clients and then working your way up from there. I mean, you mentioned 2 things right there. You said you're working on 2 different business models or 2 different services. You got to focus in and you got to niche down on one. Like the thing is, you're trying to chase 2 fucking rabbits at the same time. There's no point. Like, I see this all the time. I see people trying to start multiple businesses or working on 2 different services or 2 different niches at the same time. And they're so dumb that they think, I couldn't even be successful with one, but I'm going to be successful with 2. Mm-hmm. Right? I see people starting multiple businesses and they're like, I haven't even been able to be successful with one business, but I'm so smart that I'm going to have 3. So, I'd say that's...
So just work your way up slowly.
Yeah, I'd say, look, work your way up slowly. My first ever client I got was in August of 2016. It was 380 pounds a month. So, like $450 a month. And for that, I was doing... Back then, I had a creative agency. I was doing 30 unique Instagram posts, 30 unique Facebook posts, and 4 unique YouTube videos a month. And I was shooting and editing the content. I did the math. By the time that I worked everything out, I was literally working minimum wage. Like the amount of time that I actually spent on that client, right? So you start off with your small paying clients, and then you just, you work your way up from there.
How do you network specifically, though? You must meet a lot of like those high-level people in Dubai, Cape Town. These people. What do you think is the secret? There's something we've been talking a lot about on my stream recently. How much of networking do you think is just dick sucking?
I think networking is like. Oh man, this is gonna annoy some people. I think networking is one of the biggest loads of shit on earth. Bro. Like people talk about networking all the time. I'm like, why are you networking? Your friends are fucking losers. You don't have a network, and your network doesn't benefit you. I'm gonna be honest. Knowing you has absolutely zero impact or effect to my income. It has zero effect to anything.
It can help your YouTube channel.
Huh?
It's gonna help your YouTube channel.
Yeah,
but you don't need that type. You don't need that income,
bro.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. It'll help my YouTube channel. But bro, my YouTube channel is gonna 100K subs in the last month. I guarantee you by the end of the year I'll be at 1 million. 100%. Like, so I get what you're saying, and I guess there are some situations where it's a unequal exchange of value, right? But in general, your network actually doesn't do that much for you, unless you're successful already. Your network, now it's important for you to network because you're already successful.
Okay, so you're talking to brokies, it's not important to network.
Yeah, for brokies, just fucking stay inside, do your fucking work, and get to, like, I see this all the time, and I'm sure you get this. Oh, can I buy you a coffee and pick your brain? No, you can't fucking buy me a coffee and pick my brain.
Okay, that's not networking. Yeah.
No, but people think like, oh, here's the thing. When one loser networks with another loser, it's just two fucking losers networking. Nothing comes from that. Bruh. Like, look, if one loser networks with another loser, it's just two losers hanging out together.
Yes, two losers.
Right? So here's the thing you do. You go out, you be successful, and then the only fun aspect of networking is just having other cool friends to hang out with, right? Like, I'd say that's probably one of the best things is you get to a certain point in life, and then you're successful, and you just have other cool guys that are also successful, and you can just do cool shit together. But most of the time, that doesn't actually necessarily affect your income, which is a lot of people think that networking is going to affect my income. So, that's what I'd say. But I guess also here's the thing: like, I don't come from the social media like world,
Yeah, it's completely different. See, you don't see the benefit of something like this because like the type of network I guess that I have, like the people that watch my stream, they could see this for the first time and be like, "Yo, now I want to have Iman on my podcast or my stream or something like that." But you don't need this. You're here for the same reason that like the Tate brothers are doing this. They're doing it to try to wake people up, just having fun, chilling.
Yeah.
Like you don't need YouTube. Yeah. People like me, right? Need it. Yeah, I need this.
So I guess I will say that maybe I'm just projecting on,
L stream batteries fucked up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe I'm just projecting, but
that's a feminist word. I don't really.
Okay, let's. How do you want to rephrase that?
Bomboka. I don't care. There's more questions. Iman, do you believe that the time to become a millionaire is running out?
No, I just think it's getting better. Right, like it's the wealth gap is growing at a level it's never grown before. The disparity between rich and poor is fucking insane, and the last 2-3 years just accentuated that even more.
Way more.
So, look, you've got all the tools in front of you, right? You've got literally every single fucking tool right at your disposal. As I said, it just comes down to do you want to say that weed makes you productive, or do you want to think that sleeping 4 hours a day is actually healthy? It's funny, like in a podcast I said, look. Most of it comes down to stop smoking weed, stop drinking, stop
drinking.
Yeah, but you're successful already, bro. Like I drink a lot, but it's fine because I'm at the point that I need to be, right?
Yeah.
So.
Pull what? No, don't alcohol. I'm an alcoholic. That's disgusting.
So. Yeah, most of that really comes down to just get sleep at night. And I have a lot of people who are like, "Oh, but you slept 4 or 5 hours a night when you were building your business." And I was like,
"That really?"
Yeah, but also bear in mind, I was in school. Like I physically had to be in school between this time to this time, right? So, yeah, most of it just get enough sleep at night. All right, stop watching this, fucking Gary Vee 24/7 telling you that you should, get zero sleep, and stop smoking weed. Stop drinking alcohol, stop eating shitty food, and your mind is clear. And when your mind's clear, then you can actually get stuff done.
And you meditate, right?
Yeah, and meditate.
We have a $5 donor first girl I saw in a while. She said, sending positive vibes, good health, and success your way. Question, what advice now would you give yourself 5 years ago? I hate this question. It said, how about, can you give girls advice? What do you think girls are getting? Maybe there's some female entrepreneurs watching, and where do you think girls are misguided nowadays?
Misguided in what sense? Because there's so many ways.
What's the main one?
I see a lot of... Okay, so the main issue is I see a lot of girls who are career women that think their career is going to have any effect on their chance of locking down the sort of guy that they want, and it's just not. You know, I've literally dated girls that are 25, 26, a lot of them with, you know, big social media followings. You know, there was one girl who makes $2 million a year, and she's like fucking, you know, very attractive girl, like, you know, a couple million followers.
Posting on OF?
Huh?
Posting on
OF? No, OF. No. Like, she had like a clothing brand partnership. So she had a...
She makes real money?
No, yeah, real money.
Is she hot?
Yeah, very.
Oh, yeah. Well, she posting the clothes on Instagram.
Yeah, but not naked or anything. Like, it's like very like classy, like chic European clothing and stuff like that. Uh-huh. And she got like a $2 million advance this year, and she makes, you know, very, very good money. And she always like, whenever we're together, like, she's always very like, tries to push on her accomplishments. And I'm like, you realize, like... No one cares. I don't give a shit. No, I tell girls, I'm like, look, I don't.
Nobody cares.
I'm like, look, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And the sort of guy that would give a shit is not the sort of guy that you want.
Right.
Right. Because the sort of guy who would actually give a shit is the sort of guy who doesn't have financial abundance in his life.
Right.
And girls don't want that. Like, look, dude, it's so funny. I've seen girls post, you know, oh, I'm a strong, independent woman, blah, blah. And then, look, in private conversations with me, they're like, yeah, I just want a strong, dominant male who will take care of me.
So they're all just trying to look good on social media. So trying to be girl bosses for this image.
Yeah, they want to look good, but...
it's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, pretty much. So I'd say that's probably the most misguided thing is, you know, girls...
Independent queens.
You know,
stallions.
It's funny, I was saying this the other day. You know, 100 or 200 years ago, women would be brought up being taught how to lock down a high value guy. Like 200 years ago, girls' moms would be like, here's how you
get the husband you want.
Here's how you get and these days it's like, here's how you get
oppressive. It's oppression to try to find a man.
Yeah, you know, so yeah.
So we literally have agreed.
But bear in mind, like, also I come from like a single mom. My mom was the youngest of 7 growing up in the Soviet Union, so like a lot of the it's funny, a lot of the things that are surfacing now in the last like year and a half, like, dude, my mom was like, I just grew up with this. Like, to me, this is normal. Like, by the way, this is not a good thing. Like, I don't say this with pride, but just to give you an insight as to like what my mom's like. It's so funny. I was 19 years old, and whatever. This is not a good thing, by the way. So chat, fucking, I know you guys are gonna spam L's. I did a very not good thing and, you know, cheated a few times on my girlfriend. And I was basically telling my mom about it, you know. I was telling my mom about it over the phone, and she was like, what does she expect? She's with the 19-year-old multi-millionaire. Why is she upset? Like,
facts!
So look, I know, look, I don't say that with pride. Cheating isn't good. I think lying isn't good.
Lying isn't good. So you got to be honest about it now. So you have a mutual understanding now?
Yeah, look, of course, like, open, but, you know, on one side. But the point is, like, this is just what I just grew up with this stuff, right? Like, I guess having a Russian mom, especially the place where I'm from in Russia, is also, you know, my entire family is Muslim. My name's Iman. It's Arabic. So, you know, that was just the way I was raised from a young age. So, yeah.
How Islamic are you?
Well, not very.
Yeah, you drinking, stuff like that. Drinking. Haram. I need a haram button.
Yeah, drinking, bro. Coming here, because in Dubai, you don't really get good bacon. So... You
eat pork, too?
Yeah.
I know,
it's not good.
But how often do you pray? Do you go to the mosque?
I pray, but I don't go to mosque. So I pray every day. Yeah, and I believe in God. It's just...
It's a lot to follow.
I don't prescribe to religion yet.
Okay. Yeah, I'm exactly... Yeah. Bro,
It'll come to you.
Yeah.
When you're ready, it'll come to you.
I'm guessing, let me guess, because we've agreed on... Were you an atheist for, like, in your teen years? Never? Fuck!
Never.
That's the only thing.
Bro, never.
You've never been an atheist?
I was 7 or 8 years old, literally praying to God.
You never had like an edgy atheist phase?
Never.
Okay, cool.
I always called atheist... Even in school, I used to call atheist idiots.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm sure we came from the fucking Big Bang. So
what do you think about evolution?
No. I like evolution, like, I don't know, I don't believe it.
Bunch of garbage?
Look, there's things that I know for a fact and I'm just so well educated on. For example, the jib jab, right? And there's stuff like evolution I just haven't looked into that. Like, for example, stuff like, you know, the weather changing, right? Like that I just know for a fact that's a scam, right?
Recycling is a scam too, right?
It's also a scam, yes.
Okay. In Minecraft.
Yeah, in Minecraft. So, yeah, that's that. But when it comes to evolution, I haven't done much research on it, but yeah, I believe in God, so I don't particularly believe that we all came from a fucking Big Bang and then we evolved from monkeys or it's funny when you look at like those like Nat Geo things and it's like we actually evolved from a tadpole that became a whale that then became a bird that then became like no.
Just joined GCC, excited for all the features to come. What's GCC?
GCC, it's basically like my private. It's like a men's mastermind. That's a NFT project.
Okay.
Yeah.
What advice can you give to help make female friends at the high levels, i.e., at the table or private events, dinners with models or other highly attractive women?
Just friends on girls.
Like you gotta fuck them, and then you gotta like them a little bit, but not enough to keep them as your girlfriend. There you go.
No, look, the first step is just friends on them. Right, friends on them, and look. At the end of the day, there needs to be some exchange of value. And by the way, an exchange of value could literally be they look good on the table. That is already value enough, and most guys don't realize it. If you're out with 3 attractive girls, how easy is it, do you think, to get another 5 or 10 girls with you?
Not that hard.
It's not very difficult.
Not that hard,
right? So even if they just look good at the table, that's already their value, right? So I think a lot of guys just need to friend zone girls, and that's the first step. Then you can get to the next step, which is sleep with them and then make them your female soldiers. But first, just friend zone them, right? And yeah, then they already bring you some value.
How old do you want to be when you have kids? I've been thinking about this one a lot. At first I said 25, and now I'm 24, and now I'm saying 30. Fuck that.
Like if all things go to plan, maybe 38.
38?
Yeah.
Oh, you got a lot of time.
Yeah, I got some time.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Can you ask Iman what his idea of God is? I want to explain mine. I want to see how much it aligns with you. Okay. My idea of God is very broad. I don't like the idea that God is a man in the sky. Like that this is what I don't. It never made any sense that God would be a person. Like if people are saying like, oh, you think God is gender fluid? No, I don't even think God is a person at all. I think God is like this sounds corny, but it's like I think God is like the ocean, or sometimes when the breeze hits the trees in a certain way, or when you feel love and you feel that connection with somebody else, there's God right there. God is everything good. God is just love, is good. It's a connection. It's how everybody has some sort of connection. It's like when birds all fly in the same direction, or when there's karma that you know is real. When something happens to your friend from across the country and you feel it, that's God. That's my idea. I want to know what you think about that.
Yeah, look, I'm in alignment there, and I think, I don't know, God is like an all-knowing energy, and it's hard to describe God because it's so. Look, do you pray?
Yeah.
Look, when you pray,
not enough.
When you pray, you experience what God is, right? And it's something bigger than yourself, and you basically, it's that feeling. Look, I feel as though you and I both have pretty big egos. When you pray, and when you're really tapped into divine energy,
you let go of your ego.
Your ego's gone because you realize that you're dealing with something that's
greater than you.
Greater than you.
Yep.
Right, and it's all-knowing energy.
Yep.
So for me, that's my experience of God.
I didn't think you had a big ego. I've heard someone say that when you did the stream with Jordan. So I didn't watch the stream, but I saw some of the comments. People were saying that you have a big ego. I asked Jordan about that, and he said like your message could be changed a little bit. Like what you call people poor or something?
I don't know. Look, here's what it is. I think this sounds terrible, but like, I don't know. I think a lot of people say things that they want, that they think people will receive well. I don't give a shit, right? And as I said, like there's a lot of people who give advice that are, I don't want to say at a low level, but at a intermediate level.
Low level, yeah.
And once you get to the highest levels, right? Like I'll give you a perfect example, dude. Everyone fucking hates Dan Bilzerian.
Really?
A lot of people are like, oh, he's
Tristan was just hanging out with him.
Bro, he's a genius. People don't fucking realize how smart that guy is. A lot of people discredit him because.
So who hates him? Like the internet or real?
No,
people?
like a lot of guys will be like, oh,
real life people.
Yeah, a lot of real life people, or like a lot of people on the internet will be like, oh, he will basically just like, because if you ever listen to any of his podcasts or any of his interviews, he's playing at such a high level that most people just can't comprehend. Right? Because they're playing at such a low level, and once again, like this is also the, this also kind of parlays into the whole, oh, it's not smart to have female friends thing. It's guys who are playing at such a low level.
They don't understand.
They can't. They haven't played at a level where they understand the actual benefits. Right? So I think sometimes the thing is, for me, I say stuff like, for example, I just made a I made a list of the 7 best purchases to make in your 20s. That was a YouTube video I made. One of them was spend money on clothes. You know, if you get like most of the finance YouTubers are like, you got a penny pinch and don't spend money on clothes.
Fuck
it's stupid.
that.
And I'm like, no, go and fucking spend money on clothes.
So that you make the money back.
Go get that shit tailored. Go feel fucking amazing in what you're wearing.
And then you want to make more money.
I say go buy a watch, right? Most of them will be like, oh, that's stupid. I say, oh, go find a hobby. Not outside of your business, has nothing to do with making money. Go find a hobby. You know, recently I started playing tennis. Growing up, tennis was like a very like rich person thing. So
now you want to play it.
So now, like, you know, now that I have a bit of money, I want to learn how to fucking play tennis finally, right? So that's a hobby that has nothing to do with making money, but it's one of the best things I can do, right? Because it's like I'm a beginner again, right? And it's that feeling of like being shit and overcoming it. So like all of these things, you're never gonna find that in your traditional sort of online self-help, this, that. So like not to, you know, put anyone down, but there's a lot of people, I'm just being honest, like
brokies,
like
dummies, wages.
Bro, honestly, there's not even brokies. This sounds terrible, but there's a lot of people that people listen to that aren't at the level that I think people think they are, and they give advice, and once you get...
You know what Kanye said?
Halfway.
I don't take advice from people less successful than me. If you're not successful, then what you like? There's a lot of people who start giving self-improvement advice, and they're like, you haven't done anything. You start talking about picking up girls, you only fuck 20 bitches. You start talking about how to make money, and all the money you made is about telling people how to make money. It makes no sense. You can't listen to these people. So I guess that's why people think you're aggressive or egotistical. I think it's realistic.
Dude, I still got an ego, and I got to work. But
what do you think the ego is?
Dude, I'm 22. Like, I got a lot to learn. You know, I remember...
Where do you think the ego is? And I want to see if it's similar to what people think mine is.
I mean, my ego is... I don't know, I think I still... And this is a lot different to, for example, 2019. 2019 or 2018, when I first started making money, if you met me, probably within 10 minutes, I'd find a way to sneak in how much money I was making. I was one of those guys.
Oh, yeah.
I was one of those guys, right? Because like I felt like I had something to prove. You know,
you wanted validation.
Yeah, 100%.
I was like that too. Like when I'd be like, when am I talking about my YouTube channel?
Yeah.
You know?
So, you know, and now I'm sure, once
now I actively avoid talking about it in public.
Exactly. I mean, by the way, I can fucking attest to that. We were at a restaurant the other day, and some guys were coming up to him, and he was like, "Oh, you know, you're that guy. You're famous. And he's like, "No, I'm Jaden Smith's brother." Is that what you said?
Yeah. I'm the forgotten Will Smith brother.
Yeah. So you know, I know for a fact, or you know, I can really attest to that. So yeah, I think I still have 10 or 20% of that, where I still feel like, you know, I still have something to prove. So.
When did you get rid of that? How did you get rid of that validation seeking? I think a lot of guys watching this are in that phase right now.
I think, look, there's a lot of people out there, and, you know, I totally understand. There's a lot of people out there where they want to be that guy, but they're not that guy yet. In 2019, even though I was making fucking millions of dollars a year, and I was, I made my first $1 million profit, you know, because a lot of guys talk in revenue as well. I made my first $1 million profit in a single year at the age of 18. So
crazy.
You know, 2018 I made my first $1 million. 2019 I made $2 million, or right around almost $2 million. So even though I was making millions a year, I still didn't feel like that guy. Like my reality was there, but my identity didn't match up to it. So yeah, you know, I think you know, once you walk this path long enough, you realize, okay, this is just me, right? Like I don't need to prove anything anymore. Like my accomplishments speak for themselves.
So what is your ego?
I still have 10-20% of that.
When does it come out? I haven't noticed it yet.
I don't know. Like
when's the last real life example you can give where you thought back like, man, I probably shouldn't
dude, I think
and Chad, he doesn't take dumps on chicks. I'm saying that's people in Dubai. He doesn't do that.
How do you know that?
He does do it.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, when was the last time it's come out and you've been like, dude, man, I should have checked it?
I don't know, maybe like podcasts and stuff like that. You know, podcasts, sometimes I'll come on podcasts and I still feel like maybe I've got something to prove. But also the thing is, I think sometimes I sound so bougie, and I think people think that I'm trying to sound bougie, but I don't know. I think as well, it's like, just I grew up in London, you know, so I grew up around a lot of money. I just didn't you know, me and my mom didn't have any. So I just think like, I don't know, especially for an American audience, I might come across pretty bougie, and you know, I get a trust fund a lot of times, And it's so funny. I posted a screenshot when I was first moving to Dubai. When you open your company, they need to know your mom and your dad's name.
Yeah.
And I messaged my mom. I was like, "What's my dad's name?" And she was
You
like,
didn't even know?
"I don't know my dad's name."
Wow.
Right. My biological father was alcoholic abusive. So, you know, my mom tells me my mom tells me the maddest stories, and my mom is a fucking soldier. She'll be at dinner and she'll tell me the story, and she'll basically, my mom can't swim. So she'll tell me the time, yes, bruh. And then, you know, I upset your father, so he take me to lake and he just put me in the ocean. And like, bro, she'll tell me like the fucking craziest story. She'll be like, yes, so one time.
Sorry for laughing at that.
Bro, I don't blame you. Like, but it's just fucking wild. When she says it with a straight face, you know, and then she'll have like a little sip of wine and she's like, yeah, so the weather, like, bro, it's the fucking craziest shit. Bro, she'll tell me like, you know, she pissed off my biological father, and he, you know, the car was moving. He would just open the door and throw her out, and she had broken legs. Bro, like the fucking...
That's so fucked up. That's so fucked up.
Bro, it's fine. It's the craziest shit, you know? So, you know, it is very funny. I remember I posted a screenshot. I put it on my story because I messaged my mom. I was like, what's my biological... what's my dad's name? And she's like, you don't have a father. Because my mom still types like a Russian, even though she speaks perfect English.
You don't have a father.
She's like, you do not have father. he is not on birth certificate. Uh-huh. And, yeah, I don't know. So it's funny. So when it comes to ego, as I said, I think sometimes people as well, just because I don't know, I'm kind of more European. I think I come across more bougie, but it's just, I don't know, I guess growing up in London, you know, I'm just very different to a lot of the Americans. Yeah.
Okay, any more questions, chat? I gotta get packing for Romania tomorrow. Have you tried DMT in the past? If yes, have you achieved God realization? If you did, you will know what I'm talking about.
I did ayahuasca. Never done DMT.
That's the same shit, I think, pretty much.
Slightly different.
Where did you do it?
Mexico. Yeah, 3.
In a forest with a shaman and shit.
Yeah. Invite only. It was actually one of my clients at my agency. He invited me. Everyone there had to be making at least $10 million a year. So there was like a couple billionaires there, and
Slight flex.
And it was fucking.
Anyone I know? Any billionaires I know? Or just like
nah, bro. Like traditional traditional businesses.
How do you become a traditional billionaire, bro? Fuck.
I mean, all billionaires are traditional.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, I don't know. So yeah. So I did ayahuasca 3 times over 4 nights. So yeah, I did that.
You didn't like trip DMT and like, whoa, I'm only here because I'm rich.
No, not really.
Okay.
I think it's because it's obviously ayahuasca and that stuff makes you very airy-fairy, but sometimes it makes you lose touch with reality. So I think sometimes if you do ayahuasca, right, and you're with some people who are just backpackers, I think you're living in 2 different realities.
Right, so you can't connect with them.
You know, whereas like everyone there like understands what the struggle is like. You know, like they understand what it's like to have the fucking weight of the world on your shoulders and have 5 people, 10 people, 100 people, 500 people whose lives you take care of because they work for you, right? So it's, yeah. So never done DMT, done ayahuasca.
Same shit. It was great to have you on. It was first live stream, right?
Yeah, first live stream ever.
Well, you streamed on Jordans before.
Oh yeah,
yeah, but that wasn't the same.
Yeah. So yeah, I learned some lingo.
WL. Dono.
Donation.
Yep. There you go. That wasn't that hard, bro. Bomboka. And you'll come back on the stream. They seem to like you. Chat, W or L on Iman.
You see, I think it'll be 50-50.
No, it's going to be 100% W.
I don't know, bro. Like,
I'd be surprised. Look at that. Your ego's good for... Do you even see one L? And no, so now they're going to put L's just because I said that. But look at that. Look at all overwhelming... I don't even see one on the screen right now. I don't see one. There you go. Right. Well, I'd love to have you back.
No, Cape Town.
In Cape Town?
We'll get the boys together.
Let's do it.
Get the boys together, spend a few days at my crib.
We can link in Dubai too. Bro, look at that fucking W stream. Look at that. This information is really needed. I'm glad to have you on. No, genuinely, I would really like to do this again. And the only thing we didn't agree on was, or not agree, but you were never an atheist before. I just had that edgy atheist phase. But yeah, I would love to keep hanging out. Much longer are you in Miami for?
Here for a few days, then I'm taking some of my team. It's actually one of my employees' weddings, so I've got some of my team meeting in Miami, and then we're flying to fucking the small city in Mexico, flying there for 3 days, flying back. So I'll be back here on, early October, here until like the 7th of October, 8th of October.
So yeah, you'll be here when I get back. I don't know how long I'm going to be in Romania for, but Chad, I'm going to be gone for a while. The title of the stream wasn't clickbait. This is my last stream for a while. I'm going to go to Romania, link up with the Tates and Fresh and Fit. Also, Luke Belmar is going to be, you know Luke, right?
Yeah. He was on the stream.
Of course he does. And I think it's the end of season 4. Off to a good, well, we'll see. I'm probably going to stream in Romania. We'll see what happens, chat. Stay in tune. Follow, where should we follow? Plug it up real quick.
They'll find me if they want to find me.
I like that.
That's it.
Your job?